welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, it's going to be plant video. I've been wanting to do this video for a very long time. I actually did a voting on my Instagram if you guys want to see some other thing or about my plants, and you guys requested a plant video. I'm going to show you guys all of my plant collection, and I'm also going to give you guys some tips on how to keep them alive. So first, before we start on each plant, I just want to let you guys know that I got all of my plants from since last year, except this little guy right here, this tulips. I actually just got him or her 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. But then the rest of them I got it last year. And yeah, so let's get started on the video. Okay, so we're going to start from the smallest to largest. So the smallest plant that I have is this little guy right here. This is a spider plant. This is given to me by Nikki's aunt. It was a, like, I guess, what is that called? Home giving present? Like, you know, when you move in. What is it called, Malaf? Housewarming gift. Yeah, this was a housewarming gift. So this one was giving me a little hard time at first. I searched it. It was kind of dying, but then I searched that they're like that if they go to a new environment. This plant, you can tell if it needs water because they all go down. So that's kind of like telling you, like, oh, I need water. Like, I don't really need to like keep track on it. It just tells me. Next smallest is, it wasn't part of the smallest plant I have, but it became very small. So this one is my jade plant. So this is in a cacti family. This is one of my first plant ever. The thing is, I don't know what is going on with this plant. It's healthy, but it lost a lot of petals, like leaves. I don't know what's happening. Since it's my first time having a plant, and it's the first time going through winter time, I guess. So I don't know if they are like that, like they lose and then they grow again, like flowers. But it's growing like up. It's just I'm losing petals. But then if you notice, like here, let me go closer. Like right here, it's like new leaf. So I don't know. There's plenty of new baby leaves on top. So we'll see, but like I said, this is in cacti family. It does need a more brighter indirect sunlight, and it doesn't need a lot of water. You would just water them probably once every 2 weeks. It really likes dry soil. The third plant is my, I want to say small, but it only has 3 leaves. But this is the most famous snake plant. Everybody knows this plant. Everybody gets this. Everybody start off with the snake plant because it is the most easiest plant that you can ever take care of, and it's the hardest plant that you can ever kill. It's also in a cacti family. You don't need a lot of water, but this plant, it does not need light at all. I mean, it does need light, but I'm telling you, I have not given this guy like natural light in a year. Like this is still in the bathroom, and there's no natural sunlight. There's no window in our bathrooms. So the only light that it's getting is the fluorescent light. But it literally grew so like long and tall, and it's even growing a new baby right here. It's so pretty. I really love it. And there's like more right here too. So this is our bathroom plant. If I didn't mention earlier, you don't need to water them. I only water them like once a month, and it's just amazing. You're awesome. It's like it has its own powers. But yeah, so I recommend definitely this for new beginners, I would say, like all plant beginners. definitely get this. Next is, okay, let's go to my ZZ plant. You guys probably saying like, oh, you always say like, I love this plant, I love this one. I really love all of them. That's why I have them. But this one is also very special. It is not in cacti family. I don't know where family is this little guy belong to. I barely water this. I probably water it like twice a month. But this is called ZZ plant. They get taller and they bloom more leaves over time. So I got this last year, like I said, and it did not have a lot of leaves, and it was very, very short. It was like this short, as you guys can see, like that short, and then now it got taller. But every month it blooms new leaves. Like if you could notice like the differences of the color, like this is more light green and this is like darker green. The light greens are like babies. Like this one is about to just like bloom. So definitely get this one too if you want to begin to have your own plants, real plants. I really recommend this. It's literally like pretty. So next plant is my peperomia plant. So this one is my peperomia plant. I love this plant too. Like I said, I love all my plants. Don't hate on me. This is so easy to take care of. This one, I don't notice the growth. I did a little bit, but I think they're slow on growing. I believe that their stem gets thicker is because I had to repot this guy to a bigger pot because it was kind of like getting flimsy. So I think they are getting thick, like the stems are getting thicker, but no leaves are blooming, no new leaves are blooming. So I don't know the character of this plant, but again, it's an easy plant to take care of. You have to water them once, twice every 2 weeks. So it needs more watering, and it also needs indirect sunlight. So this is in our living room, so a lot of light goes in this plant. Yeah, so I also recommend this plant. I recommend all of my plants because my plants are so easy to take care of. Okay, so next is so we are done with the smallest plants that I have. So next is my pothos plant. So this is another cool plant that I cannot wait for it to grow. As many people, when they see pothos, they see a lot of like that veiny, like long leaves coming out from the pot. This will turn just like that. But I got this when it's a baby. All of my plants were babies. There still are babies, because I want to see them grow. I want to see them thrive. I want to be part of their journey. I don't want to buy a mature plant. I just don't like it. So yeah, I want to be part of my plant's journey. So this guy was giving me a hard time for a while actually, because I did search that you only need to water them when the soil is dry. You have to wait, once the soil is dry, you have to wait another 2 days to water them again. It's because they will die. They get rotted very quickly. So if you overwater your plants, it will die. I'll also tell you when it needed to be watered is because they also go down. This one I just watered them 2 days ago, and then they were literally like all like so low, and then now like they went up. I'm not sure what type of pothos is this, because there are so many type of pothos out there. There's like ivy pothos, there's marble queen pothos, there's so many pothos out there, but I don't know exactly what type of pothos is this. They don't need a lot of light, they just need indirect light. This is located in my bookshelf, which it doesn't get so much of indirect sunlight. That's my pothos plant. Next is my most favorite, and everybody loves this type of plants. It's so famous. You see it everywhere. There's so many fake plants out there like this. This is my Monstera deliciosa. There's different types of Monstera. I don't know the other names of that, but I have the Monstera Deliciosa, which is the most common one. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't search anything before I bought this. I just bought it because like I want that plant. I know it's an indoor plant, but I didn't know if it needs direct sunlight or indirect sunlight. But I asked the gardener or whoever works at the garden center. They said this is perfect for an apartment where you don't get direct sunlight. So that means it just needs indirect sunlight. This one came, I'm not even going to lie, guys. So this is, let me see. No, this is my pothos. This pot, it came, like my Monstera came in this little pot the first time I bought it. And then now it's in this huge pot. I don't want to take it, but I have in a separate pot there. But it's the size of this. Like it grew so much, and new leaves just keeps coming. Like if you guys can see that, and this, and then this, just so much, and I love it. And I already have one leaf that is forming that whole thing. I can't wait till all of them have like holes, but that's gonna take a while because Monstera does take a while to kind of like grow too. But I mean, it didn't take that long for this guy to grow like this big. But everybody loves this plant. Everybody gets compliment. This guy always get compliment every time we have visitors at home. So yeah, I also recommend this. This is like the most prettiest, most like easiest plant that you can ever have or take care of. It only needs about like once a week, but I usually just like water it like once every 2 weeks. Yeah, so that's my Monstera Deliciosa. And then here, I'm not going, oh, actually, I can take it out. So this one is my Peace Lily. Everybody loves this one too. So this one came with a lily the first time I got it. So this one was the most mature one that I purchased last year. This one is also easy to take care of. You do need to water them once it says dry. I mean, I only says once it says dry because I will show you guys my moisture meter later. But once the soil is dry, I water them right away. And this will also let you know if it needs water. It will droop, everything will droop down. Like the tallest one, like right here, it will literally like go down, and probably 5 minutes later after watering them, they will go up. It needs just a low light light. It doesn't need any of direct, indirect sunlight. It will actually burn the tip of the leaves. So we've been getting so much like indirect sunlight, and where it's located, it's actually kind of like hitting more light. So the tips of my Peace Lily is drying out. So that means I just have to like spray the stems with water. So yeah, I would definitely recommend with this guy too. And then lastly, Nikki's probably like, oh my gosh, finally. Last is this tulips. So I was very intimidated of getting tulips. I got this in Lidl because I know tulips only thrive outside. You do have to water these twice a week. This is, I guess, my most high maintenance plant so far. I'm not gonna be afraid of buying high maintenance plants because sometimes like I get so bored I just want to water them but I can't. So yeah, that's like, this is my most, but like pretty, most colorful plant I have. People will call them flowers, but I will just consider this as a plant because there's so many like plants. Like, you know, they're only like one flower. I don't know if they're flower or plants. Let me know. I'll search it later. So yeah, those are my plant collections, and I will go through, it's very quick on how to keep them alive. Yeah, I only have one item that keeps them alive. Well, of course, my lovely hands too, is this moisture meter. This guy literally helps me. I don't think without this, like, probably half of them are dead already, but I don't know, but like I give myself some props too, you know, like I'm a plant lady now. This guy will tells you, let's see if you guys can see that, dry, moist, or wet. So of course, if your plant says dry, you have to water them. You just have to stick it in the middle of this, the soil. Don't stick it on the side of the soil. Stick it closer to the plant, so you know if the roots or like under the plant is dry. That means they really need to be watered. But like I said, do your research, because like I said earlier, like which one? Oh, the ZZ plant, you need to wait 2 days later. I don't know which one I mentioned about that, but like the cacti family, you have to wait 2 days. Once it says dry, you have to wait 2 to like 4 days right when you water them, if that makes any sense. And next tip is every pots that you have has holes in it. So this, all of my pots have holes, is because you want to let all the water drain out of the pot, because like I said earlier, you don't want your plants to get rotted, because if you don't have any hole in your pots, the water is just going to sit there and the bottom is going to be so wet and the top is going to be dry, and it's not going to be drying evenly. But of course, the really top surface will always get dry first, because more air surface is out there. But like I'm saying is, you don't want no water sitting on the bottom of your pot, and they don't like it, okay? So we will also give you a guide with the holes, that because many people like, how much water do I water my plants? So I sometimes use the meter, or sometimes I just, you know, let the water like flow out. That means that you water them enough. And then I know a lot of people want a cute pots, but seriously, like there's so many pots out there that you can just buy, because like this one is like separate. Like I got this in IKEA, and it's just in this ugly plastic pot, and I just put them there, and look, it's so pretty. Yeah, so that's like one of the guides. And you know, always search before you buy. I definitely did that too, except my Monstera, but later on I did a lot of research. They're so, like, it makes you very calm having these plants, and it makes me happy. Nikki loves them too. So yeah, hope you guys like this video. If I forget some of the tips, I will make like a separate video for that, but that's all I can think of. Oh, so I've got most of my plants in, if you live in Jersey, I got them in 14th Street Garden, and some of them in IKEA, but I'm pretty sure everywhere you are, there's garden center, or they call it nursery. And I also recommend to get baby plants, because I don't know, I feel like it's nice to see them grow and thrive, so it makes you happy. I'll see you guys next time, and yeah, bye.